But jkzyder and Fizz are playing on the level of the Mordex and Ragnar combo, working so well for them. And now they're going to be going to loser semis to fight against VipR and Aggz0. And it's going to be a very similar matchup. The only difference being Fizz on Mordex and Aggz0 on VipR, but they've had this, both teams seem to have that anchor of a Ragnar for the signature finishes, and then Aggz0 with the sword combos, with Fizz with the scythe combos, just being able to set things up so that their pet dragon, in a sense, can take out their opponents and move on to the next stock.
I mean, which one do you believe in more? A Viking riding a dragon or a werewolf riding a dragon?
I mean, we're going to... Probably a Viking riding a dragon. If you're talking about literally believing, yeah.
Yeah. Well, all right. So that is VipR and Aggz0. They're the ones they have the history behind them.
I think
consistent top threes.
I do like the elemental contrast between Mordex and Ragnar, right, with the snow and and fire. I really enjoy those combos. I mean, they had a finisher where it was neutral sig into neutral sig, and I was like, that's amazing. You froze your opponent, then you melted them to death.
It's a beautiful melody, if you will, you know, of ice and fire.
But a Viking riding a dragon, I can see Bodvar would totally. That'd totally be what Bodvar would do. Game number 1 underway, and this is going to decide who goes into losers finals and actually best of 5.
Cutting up. jkzyder taking so much. VipR saying, "Oh, you're going to play Katars? Let me teach you some Katars."
And VipR still unscathed, finally taking a little bit of damage after the amazing string that he was able to apply onto his opponents. Neutral sig dodged out of the way by jkzyder. And
oh my gosh, that weapon toss.
VipR had no chance to save.
I agree with the choice to not try for it. It was too thick on the side. I mean, both of the opponents were there. If he went for the save, it would have just been surrendering yet another stock. But I can't believe Aggz0 went down that quickly.
Ooh, and the side swing, jkzyder doesn't even go off stage, just chops him into the ground. Fizz on the gauntlets, trying to find those sidelights. Weapon toss comes forward, and jkzyder with the axe goes for the side-stick interrupt. Fizz and Zyder almost stacking on top of each other.
Perfect weapon throw. jkzyder having to spend his recovery.
He had no jumps.
Too far, and Fizz went for the save, couldn't get it, and VipR just cleaning it up.
I think I saw that correctly. He was going full descent with the ground pound while his character model was grayed out a little bit. But maybe that either way, amazing stock finish coming out from VipR and Aggz0.
Man, they just stole back the lead there. That was absolutely clutch. And now VipR getting a ton of unarmed damage, and now even just pressuring the Katars. Can he kind of relieve some of the pressure off of Aggz0? No! Aggz0 going down to his final stock. This is so lopsided now. And jkzyder and Fizz stealing back the lead.
VipR used that neutral to send Zyder towards Aggz0, but Aggz0 was busy with Fizz, so Zyder was actually able to turn around and put so much more damage onto Aggz0. Aggz0 now in the last stock in the orange.
Oh my god! jkzyder has gone for like a dozen hits unanswered.
One recovery was avoided to fall into the other one. Aggz0 so deep, but more damage taken by Aggz0 than VipR. And we hear the Mordex growls. The neutral signatures are coming out, trying to find that finisher onto Aggz0, just being able to end that stock, and Zyder takes it out. VipR gets the return KO on Fizz, but what does it matter? Aggz0 lost his last stock, and Fizz only being brought down to his own last stock.
All right, so you spoke before about VipR having clutch 2v1s, and he absolutely needs to. Fizz got a little too hungry there.
Stocks are even.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I will still
Fizz is off stage against Katars. Go ahead.
I will still give a little bit of the advantage to the red team. I mean, especially now because stocks aren't even. Correct. But whenever you're in that situation of you only have one player against their two, everything becomes that much more dangerous. Because look at that. They just follow up off of any hit. Oh, you hit them? All right, they're ready to just swoop in and make you pay for it.
Yeah, moves that, 5% so far. And wait, Fizz found that.
Oh my gosh, there. Wait, is he getting the turnaround?
Oh, no. Almost does, but he didn't touch before the second ground pound, but he manages to make it back to the stage. I think he did touch. No, he didn't. The downer connected before VipR was able to find purchase on the side of Mammoth Fortress, sent flying to the bottom of the stage and out. Fizz and jkzyder definitely taking the momentum from their win against Dobrain and QS and moving it towards VipR and Aggz0 and looking very convincing. That was 2 stocks to 0.
I don't know if anybody would have predicted this going into this set. Just on paper, you would think VipR and Aggz0 would start off with the lead. I mean, you said yourself you believed more in the Viking, but...
I did believe more in the Viking riding a dragon, yes.
You can never tell with the werewolf.
You can't.
They might just change.
And why is it too far-fetched that werewolves have tamed dragons to ride around, right? That can't be too ridiculous. We're seeing it work so well. here in
Man,
Brawlhalla.
it's all about that, you know, the Scythe combination. They were able to get some significant strings and punishes.
And Fizz did incredibly well off stage because Scythe is so terrifying off stage in 2s and 1s because you have active input frames depending on the direction that you choose.
Oh my gosh, just chunking him. Fizz, all right, didn't even need to give the save, but gave the relief of pressure by kind of hooking and throwing VipR off stage, and you see it there again, the power of the Scythe with that active input. Aggz0 doesn't need to go for the save, but get caught by jkzyder.
Using the flaming edge of his axe. Sent Aggz0 flying to the side of the stage. Well, that time VipR gets the save, and Fizz is the one that forced to recover. VipR looking for the falling side aerials, those swats with the guitars, to be able to put jkzyder off the bottom of the map, sending him directly underneath Mammoth Fortress. But Fizz returns with the side signature, sending that icy cold blast.
That's that trade that you were looking for, and now VipR in danger. Oh my gosh, he gets another turnaround slap. Fizz just able to survive, but Aggz0 there waiting, and double down air. That is enough. VipR and Aggz0 hold on to the lead. Man, that was such crazy offstage play for the past minute of this game.
VipR goes back to Down Air City off the right side of Mammoth Fortress. The down stick from Aggz0 off the edge of the Mammoth Fortress platform. Can VipR get the down air? He doesn't even need to. The down air on Fizz connects. Double down air playing whack-a-mole on the red team. Can he fight it? Aggz0 can't get his own down air.
Oh my gosh.
Axe and sword dares alike.
It's been crazy situations off stage, and they're just all too happy to continue with it. Fizz now sending VipR off the top, but that's only his first stock. Are we going to see more off-stage action? VipR, yep, he's going for it.
VipR went for that slide charge neutral sig, wasn't able to find it. Fizz finds the neutral air, sends Aggz0 off the left side of the map, and VipR falls with that side air. Can't find the down sig. Aim for Fizz, but interrupted by jkzyder. Aggz0 and VipR with a nice little two-piece combo, but it's stopped immediately by Fizz's Scythe play.
Man, look at that rotation from VipR.
Gravity canceled while recovering.
That's why you need to be so careful of, you were talking about all these signatures being incredibly potent, especially, oh my gosh, just chunking him, bouncing off of the wall. How much damage was on Fizz?
It had to have been a lot because your knockback gets reduced significantly when you bounce off the stage, whether it's on the ground or into the wall, but it still was enough. Aggz0 sends flying to his death. jkzyder very deep in the orange, but not red yet. VipR finding recovery after recovery. Almost fainting that he's in a state where he's being helpless and being able to take advantage of it onto Fizz, and jkzyder loses that stock, and the down signature burns
that flamethrower.
Singes
extra
the werewolf
crispy.
hair.
And now, oh, yep. Oh my gosh, VipR was ready for that recovery to hit.
Oh, that dodge is gone.
Going for the spike afterwards.
That was...
Their coverage is so good. All right, so they found the answer. What they need to do to tie up this set, they still need to continue onto one more if they're looking to stay alive. This is lower bracket action.
Lower bracket action in the final best of 3, leading into losers finals. Who wins this gets into third place guaranteed, although they could fight their way into grand finals.
And I got to tell you, with $40,000 on the line this weekend, there's a massive difference between these places.
It's the largest online prize pool ever for a Brawlhalla event, both EU and North America. The Mountain Dew Amp Game Fuel 2v2 Championship is underway, and they're trying their hardest to be able to get that win against the winner of Aggz0 and Blaze and Blue and Simple. But first, they have to get through. Is it going to be Aggz0, VipR, or jkzyder and Fizz? This game is going to decide it. Mammoth Fortress is their arena.
Man, I gotta tell you, I feel like VipR just has the read on jkzyder's guitars. Every time that they end up in that mirror match against each other, VipR gets like 4 hits before jkzyder can even escape.
The side signature sniping jkzyder as he tries to recover.
Ooh. Fizz giving some pressure relief to jkzyder. Crazy fight off the side. I mean, this is looking just like last game. Will the result be any different? jkzyder getting sent off.
Down air
VipR going for these double chop down airs.
And the recovery. VipR going so low beneath the stage, he must have just skirted on top of the blast zone at the bottom of Mammoth Fortress to be able to get the recovery in the way that he did. And Axe recovery, depending on where you hit it, changes the knockback. He goes so high for jkzyder, almost taking him off the top very early on, and so much damage already being put onto both opponents of the red team. Down air from jkzyder.
They've still got so much farther to go because that was such an early 2-stock lead for VipR and Aggz0. It's really just been the turnaround. They've continuing the momentum that they got from the previous game.
Doesn't lose that stock, and Aggz0's looking to make this 2-stock lead into a 3-stock lead, and neutral connects it down. The recovery on jkzyder goes for a second recovery. jkzyder can't even make it back to the stage. It is 6 stocks to 2. VipR and Aggz0, unreal, unbelievable. I mean, this is why I believe in both, right? Vikings and Dragons.
They've got the long game.
Absolutely. Like, in the end, this is the most believable combination.
Right, I mean, as soon as the moon is gone, the werewolf is just a man,
Yeah,
but the
just a man.
Viking is always a Viking.
But what if it's a Viking werewolf?
I don't know.
We don't actually know, do we?
If Fizz had a Viking werewolf, maybe this would be going better. But right now, it's 6 stocks to 2.
It's definitely just, that finally finds that KO on the Viper. Fizz and jkzyder. Okay, this is looking much better than it was a few seconds ago. And a lot of damage on the Viper. And if they can continue this pattern of being able to separate the damage that they're giving to Viper and Aggz0, right? If they take out Viper, they can go into team combo mode for Aggz0, take out that stock very early on into orange, possibly bring it back. But Aggz0 just stopping all possibilities of that happening.
Side air? All this damage, that's massive. Fizz not able to get the save. I mean, he had to just keep himself alive there.
3 strikes from Aggz0, and jkzyder is out, and the side stick from Viper trying to spike Fizz to his death. Recovery from Fizz puts a little bit more damage on, but if we see the same scenario as last time, Fizz might go for some really risky gravity cancel side stick. Like, I just saw that it worked. He likes doing that, but if you miss, your dodge is gone, and the ground pounds will come out in droves.
Uh-oh, caught with a quick 1-2.
And Aggz0 and Viper just looking for that final finisher, and the ground pound will do it. Viper sends Fizz to his grave, and what a convincing finish, and the damage almost completely even between both Aggz0 and Viper. What an amazing showing coming from them, and they are ready to fight against the loser of Winners Finals.